fifth installment of Gearing Up SBRE Brown, we're going to be looking at this. It looks like a small pouch, but it packs a lot of punch. We're going to check out what the Leatherman Crunch is all about. Okay, so here's a little tool that's always in my bag. I say little tool, it's not so small, but it is not a hugely sized Leatherman. It comes in this nice leather pouch, very simple, no frills leather pouch. It doesn't have any spare pockets or whatever, and you can only carry it vertically on your belt. So if this is your belt, there's only one loop here and you have to put it on like that, but I always put this thing in my bag. It's a simple tool, but this is a bit different from many Leatherman tools, right? Many Leathermans are something like this, and you fold them open and you get these needle nose pliers, and then you close them like this. Well, this tool is different. You see there's a little weird thing sticking out there, and you got a little twisty thing here. So what's this all about? Well, I'll tell you. First of all, you have a small ruler on this side. This is about 6.5 centimeters, and here you've got about 3 and, well, I guess 0.75 inches or something. So you have a small ruler that could be useful, and this thing is the Crunch. And the Crunch is a tool that's quite unique because you open it up, you think, what the heck is going on there? Well, you fold open, you fold it open, you get this little bill, and then what you do, make sure that's folded open all the way, and then in here you push that thing in there, it clicks in, and what you have here is this pair of vice grips. You just unscrew this part, then the bill will open, and at some point you can open it up as far as you want. I think it does. To be honest, I forgot how widely this thing opens. That's on the Leatherman side though. And you just have your grips. Now the beautiful thing is that this thing works really well, and once it's gripped, so once it has grabbed something, it'll keep holding that. Now I don't really have anything that is super suitable in here, so what I'm going to do is just take a paracord bracelet that I made. Once you clamp it shut, paracord is not the best thing to use this on. Once you clamp it shut, it's going to stay shut. See, so I'm just holding it with 2 fingers here. It's going to stay shut, which is pretty cool, which makes working on specific items a bit easier. So a little pair of vice grips, always useful to have, and has a lot of functions. Okay, so when you are done, you just open up this bit, you fold that back in there, and there you go. You can screw that end back in, and then you just have your tool. Now, interestingly, there are some more tools in here. What we have is a file with a very fine grit and a much coarser grit, a flathead screwdriver. You have a little loop to put it on a lanyard hanging around your neck, for example, which is quite cool. You have a Phillips screwdriver, and all of these tools lock, so they won't accidentally open up. You unlock them by pushing this thing. There we go. I have to open this up to get to the other tool in there. Here you have, I'll open up, take out both of them for a second. Okay, so here you have a small flathead screwdriver, and you can also use that as a bottle opener. And here you have a somewhat bigger flathead screwdriver. And then, I mean, it is a Leatherman. It wouldn't be a Leatherman if it wouldn't have a knife. You have this knife, which also locks. It's not very long, but it does have a serrated edge. And guys, I can tell you, this is a sharp knife. Here I got some, oh wait, I think I still have this. Don't have a lot of leverage here, but I think that's going to work. Here I got some paracord. It just cuts through it like butter. And because it's serrated, you hear a little bit of that sort of sawing going on. But this is a sharp knife. I wouldn't run my finger across this because that's going to be a deep cut. And it locks in place, so it's not going to accidentally snap open on your fingers. I think this tool has some advantages. I mean, a vice grip can be useful, nice serrated edge, that alone is worth quite a lot. There are some disadvantages too. It's a little bit on the small side, and if you have larger hands, you can sort of make this tool eclipse. But you know, it's going to work. It's fairly pleasant to hold. The one thing I will say about this is that it has a lot of items sticking out. Here you've got the little thing for the vice grips, the bill that sort of snaps into the handle, but that does stick out. One thing I'm going to do is just put that knife away before I accidentally cut myself. But just imagine the knife sticking out here. When you hold it, you have that thing sort of hitting your fingers. You can sort of maneuver it so that it's between your ring finger and your little finger, but even so, you do feel it. And then here you have this rounded thing sticking out, and then of course you have the whole bill sticking out on that side. So it's quite a lot of things, and to be honest, especially these ends, they are open, and that kind of cuts into your skin. So this is not a tool I would use for cutting for a long time. This one I would probably use just to use the vice grips or cut some small things, and for other purposes I would use another Leatherman. For example, this Skella tool is much more rounded off and I think much more pleasant to hold. Maybe a bit of personal preference. The final thing I'll show you is that this screw, you can screw this out completely, and you can put bits in there, so you do have a bit driver. I have to say I haven't really tried it, but I do have that Leatherman bit kit. I'm not sure whether the Leatherman bits fit. Of course you would expect that, but I don't know if it really works that way. And there you go, they fit perfectly. So if you have a bit kit, you can just use those, and then you have a whole lot of functionality. So there you have it, the Leatherman Crunch. Nice little multi-tool. I think it's always useful to have something like this at hand, especially if you are really working on a project, you know, fixing your bike or whatever. Vice grips are always useful to keep something in place or whatever. Very nice that it comes with a little sheath, even though it's very simple. It will definitely get the job done, and that's all there's to it. Remember, knives are sharp tools, so use them in a responsible manner, and that's all there's to it. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.